Well, guys, for those of you in the know, you'll be aware that This Morning, the show, Chris and JoJo gave an interview. It's just finished, and I'm going to bring you some of the highlights from it, because it was a pretty good interview, and they were asked some pretty close-to-the-bone questions, which I was very happy about, and they kind of answered. I think there's still a bit of mystery surrounding this relationship, which they swear is a friendship, but then they also kind of imply it might not be. So let's dive into this. Firstly, what we're going to start with is JoJo talking about, right, ending her relationship with Kath. She also mentions other things in her life she says she wasn't happy about, but we don't know what those are. We just know about Kath. Now, before you watch this, I have to let you know that I can't actually use the video, because if I put the video up, it'll get taken down by ITV. So here is pictures from the interview with the audio as it happened.
What's the truth? Honestly, when I went into the house, day one fun, day two fun. Well, day two actually wasn't that fun, but with with Sweet Voldemort. But then honestly, day three, I was now in my own thoughts, away from everyone that I know, away from outside opinions, away from everything, and I sat with myself, and from that point on, I really realized things that I was okay with in my life that I should never have been okay with in the first place.
Do you mean your relationship?
And just so many things. That is one of them, but so many things. And then I, obviously I wanted to hold them inside, though, because I didn't want to air that out very publicly, but there were countless things that I was like, that's not something that I should be okay with, and I don't need to be okay with, and I'm not happy. And I knew as soon as I got out, I wanted to fix things in my life and make the changes that I needed to make, because I don't know, I think you have this experience that's so exhilarated. It's 20 days, but it feels like it's 4.5 years. And the first thing you want to do when you get out is just exactly what you need to do in your life to make it as good as you can. And I think I realized just how not great things were, that I was pretending they were great. And it's been hard, but it's been good, and I'm very happy with where I am now. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that I had you in there for support and for comfort, because even though you didn't know what was going on in my brain, you were still obviously are like support.
You did it very quickly. I mean, you sort of made those changes at the wrap party, by all accounts, and your ex has sort of come out and talked about that as well. So that's obviously going to shine the light on it.
Yeah, and I'll be honest. That was not a plan. That was not an intention. That was not supposed to happen like that. Initially, I was told that the wrap party was something they didn't want to attend, and then about an hour into the wrap party, they decided they wanted to, and so I was genuinely just going to have a conversation before, and then it just led to another. They straight up asked me if I was happy, and I said no. And, one thing led to another, and that conversation did take place there.
Next, we have them being quizzed about their relationship. And to begin this section, Ben actually asked them, was your relationship a catalyst in ending the relationship with Kath? Now, they do skirt around this, and Chris says it's platonic and blah, 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 but the way they're behaving in this interview and the way they are quite happily still touching each other and etc., I don't buy it. But this is what they say.
Was your relationship and what's going on between the two of you a catalyst in that? Is there stuff because there's clearly a very tight bond?
Obviously we're close. Obviously we're tight, but
I think it's like our friendship is like it's hard to explain. It's just a really strong bond between two people, which is just a strong friendship. And I think you can have like a soulmate friendship. I think that's a thing. And to me, it's like that energy of where it's not like the standard friendship that you have with your friends, but it's it's still a friendship. We are friends, and it's just nice. And that's why I found it strange, because it was such a strong friendship, but having someone in there to go through an experience like that and have someone there every day when you're emotional, when you're down, when you're happy, that was beautiful. Like, that is a genuinely like an amazing thing.
And then Ben decides to take it one step further and just ask JoJo, is it romantic? And JoJo's answer is not, absolutely not. It's a friendship. It is very much left open-ended. It's like, well, let's see what happens.
So it's platonic right now, but JoJo, would you like it to be romantic? I mean, he's a gorgeous boy.
So are you, Ben.
He's a gorgeous boy. You're a gorgeous boy. You're a gorgeous girl. Look, he's a great guy. It is platonic. We have a lot of fun together. life is life, and I don't know any future of anything. But I'm really grateful for our dynamic that we have and our bond that we have, and whatever life does, life will do.
So I think we can safely say from this that it will most likely develop into something romantic. I think there's no doubt about that. Because they are still touching each other, they're still being very close with each other physically, and they obviously love each other's company, etc. So I think it is going to develop into something romantic. And at the end of the interview, JoJo revealed she's actually going back to America today. So they literally did this as one of the final things they're doing. And I think it's an interview to send a message out there that, yeah, something could happen. You know, and also to prove that they're still very close. And basically what we saw in the house is being continued out now in public view.
I leave tonight, today.
You leave today?
Sad times.
Heartbreak City.
I know.
Watch the space then. We'll watch the space.
She's a good one.
Thank you.
Great to
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
So now it'll be interesting to see if, when she goes back to America, will Chris soon follow to America? Will they stay in touch? Will she be back here soon? All that kind of stuff. Whether we're going to keep such a close eye on it, I don't know. Because, you know, as with all reality shows, these things boil and then they go off the boil and everyone loses interest. So they may lose interest in this. I think the JoJo Siwa story will remain an interest for a while because it's a complete switch up for her. Going into the house as a lesbian, or apparently pansexual, I was told, then saying in the house that she's no longer a lesbian but queer and non-binary, and you kind of think, well, where is she going next? I mean, is she going to make an official announcement about her sexuality again? I wonder, because if she decides Chris is the man for me, and that's it, I don't want a woman, I don't want anyone else, I just want Chris, then surely that means her sexuality has shifted gears once again. And it will be, that is an interesting story. Or, guys, maybe she'll go back to America, back to LA and say, you know what? Those people in the UK are losers. I don't like him anymore. And I don't like Chris. I'm going to be happy in my American life. Maybe. You never know. Hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. And who knows what's coming next. I have absolutely no idea.